Hello, we're Trapper and Bethany.
And this is our van conversion that we wanted to show you.
So it's a 2019 Ford Transit, and it's the 350 HD dually.
It was originally a passenger van. We got it with 18,000 miles on it and 15 chairs in it. So we literally gutted it from the inside out, built everything from scratch, and we're excited to show you to you. So here we have our kitchen, which it was really important for us to be able to cook amazing meals while camping. And so we wanted to have a very large space. So this is almost 6 feet. This is acacia hardwood, and it's really heavy, but after we cut out the hole for our Suburban 2-burner stove and our sink, it was a bit lighter. We actually used a cutoff of this for our dining room table. So we have our 2-burner stove, and this obviously is gas, and we have that gas tank underneath our sink here, and it's just a cute little size 2 tank, but it's perfect for us. So because we're normally cooking 2 warm meals a day, and so this works perfectly. Underneath here we have our Nova Cool refrigerator, which we wanted it to be as large as possible, but this is actually a pretty narrow space because we wanted to have a really large hallway, so we weren't feeling like we were all on top of each other. So our refrigerator has been great. It doesn't really take any energy at all, and there's plenty of room in there. So we have our Ruvati sink, and all of the cabinets Trapper built from hand. I mean, none of this is the Home Depot special. This is all done by hand, and we wanted it to be very similar to our kitchen in our home, and so this is actually our exact paint, ironically, from our kitchen. And so we have our flip down here where we have our soap and our scrubby for doing all of our dishes. We have a very large space underneath here where we have our gas tank and our garbage, and then this is where we keep our recycle bag here for all of our recyclables. Moving over here, this is the button for our water heater. We actually keep a plug here, so we have 110 here, so we can actually bring our espresso machine with us, and that normally sits right here. And so from here we have all of our drawers for everything you need, for cooking. So we have all of our spices. We really love to cook. And then we have our dishes. And this one just has a pot in it because we have 2 pots and they just work great. And then we have one more flip down that's really easy, and so extra toilet paper, and you always need duct tape, so that's down there. And so above here we have our 8 feet of cabinets, and this is so much storage. It's amazing, and we're not living in here, but we have so much room. So our kitchen stuff and our dry goods are up here, and actually this one, besides our spaghetti sauce, we have our bathroom basket and our shower basket. So from there, the next 2, this is for Trapper's clothes, and that is for my clothes down there. And so as you'll see, the ceiling is actually cedar tongue and groove, and we did not put a finish on it. We went back and forth on different ceilings, and it just turned out absolutely beautiful. We're really, really happy with it, and it's light. It doesn't actually have that much weight to it. So we actually built this dining room area so we could actually look at each other while we're eating. It was very important to us, and it also turns into a couch, and that's very easy to do. So all you do is you pull it up, pull out the leg, that stores down here, slide it into place, and Trapper's mom made us these beautiful cushions. And then we have a nice place to lounge. And so for our heater, we actually use the Webasto heater. We have our thermostat right here, and it is right here with plenty of storage space. But this actually uses gasoline from the gas tank, and we have only had to use it once, and it works fantastic. Obviously, we have our fire extinguisher over here for any mishaps we may have, and underneath here we have our carbon monoxide detector and another gas detector, and this is one of our plugs that has USB ports. We do not sleep near our phones. We don't want them to charge near our heads, so we keep our phones up here to charge when they need it. So above here, again, more storage. I call this my outside storage. So this has everything like flashlights and bug spray and matches, things like that. And also there should be cards, yep, and because we play solitaire, we play card games. Over here, this is our techie side. So this is where like our master brain is, basically. So we have our Samlex inverter power switch here. We have our Victron battery sensor here, and again, it's pretty much always at 100. Our solar really does such a great job. We went with an old school water meter just because it looks great, so we're at like 15-ish gallons at the moment. Here we have our gray tank where we can push that button and it'll empty the gray tank, and this is our water pump. This one doesn't do anything right now, it's just hanging out. So a lot of people with their vans will actually move their shower to be where we have our dining room because no one wants to tile around a wheel well. Well, we wanted to actually be able to look out our window, so we decided to take on that challenge. And so we built this shower all around this wheel well. We have teak hardwood flooring in the bottom, and we went with the Nature's Head compostable toilet. This thing is amazing. It doesn't matter what you do in there, you don't smell anything, and it is so convenient. I highly recommend Nature's Head. So we have our shower head in here. We do have a switch off shower, so we are conserving water. We're finding that on average we're using about 3 gallons per shower, but it seems honestly easier just to turn it right off from here. So we also went with the self-wicking shower door. So you have it here, but when you're done with your shower, it wicks all the water away, so there's less moisture issues, which is pretty awesome. And from our shower and from our sink, we actually have a 5-gallon gray water tank. And so far that's worked for us. One thing that was different than most van build outs is that since this was a passenger van, we got all these beautiful windows, but the only ones that opened were actually these back 2 windows, and they didn't come with screens. So it was a lot of research, but I just want to explain one of the custom things that we did. Trapper built each of these screens from hand, and then we put Velcro around them because you need to be able to access the handles to open and close them. But being that nothing in a van is square or plumb, we actually made these custom duct tape bug holder outerers. And so when you actually put these on, you flip out the duct tape and it keeps the bugs outside, but you still get a nice cross breeze. And we have 2 of these windows here. We tried so many different options to have a screen, but these work the best, and it wasn't very expensive.
So back here in the garage, one of the first things you'll see is we built this pull-out drawer. A lot of people just pack this, and you have to unpack it to get to anything. So we put this drawer in here. This thing's been really, really convenient. We have a bunch of totes that fit in here just right and allows us to store things in the back that we don't use that much, things that we get to more in the front, a little bit easier to get to. And this thing holds 500 pounds, so I've actually walked on it while I'm working on the van, and it's really, really sturdy. In the back, in the middle, you'll see this big box that bumps out. People always ask what that is. That's actually a dresser from the other side. Then over here on the driver's side, you will see our electrical system. And we pull this out of here. This is just to protect the electrical system from cargo. So first thing, this big yellow thing, this is a Samlex Shore Power. I'm not sure how much we'll use it, but if we ever need it, it's there. We have a lot of solar. We live in southwestern Colorado, so I don't know how much we'll use it. Then up here, transformer. That's 2,000 watts, or inverter, excuse me, 2,000 watt, and that's been working really, really well. We have 2 Battleborn batteries. They're 100 amp hours each, so 200 amp hours total. And we can expand. There's room to put another one right next to it if we need to, but that's been suffice so far. Then next to that, we have a Sterling battery to battery charger. And that allows us, that's hooked up to the alternator in the front from the van, and that allows us to charge the batteries while we're driving. Then back up in the backpack, that's our solar smart control that just tells the batteries how to store the power from the solar panels. And then I'm gonna close that up. And then on this other side, this is all of our water system. We've got a 33-gallon tank. We went with a really huge tank because we have a shower, and so we wanted to have plenty of water for that. And then we actually have an electric hot water heater. It's 2.5 gallons, and that thing's been working really well. We can both take showers back to back, and it's plenty of water. It heats up water really quick. And then our water pump and things like that you'll see back there too. So if we come around the van to the driver's side, you'll see where the shore power hookup is. We just put it right through the wall in a convenient location, so if we need to, we can plug in that, and that will charge our batteries as well. Besides testing it, we actually haven't used it yet though. Then let's come around the other side of the van, and we'll check out some of the other features that we put on. So this is just a little LED light, but that thing, it really does work well. Like, that lights up the whole, you can't see it now, it's daylight, but the whole side of the van, this side of the van, it lights up really well. And we went with a pajama awning. Where we live, it's really windy, and some people had talked about, we had read reviews where if you have an automatic or electric awning, it's really sensitive to wind and it will retract itself frequently. So we actually went with the manual awning, and we've been very, very happy with it. And up top, we've got 2 solar panels. They're each 175 watts, so it's 350 watts total, which has been plenty for us. It charges the battery. The batteries are pretty much always at 100%. Then anybody who's had a Transit or a lot of different vans, I guess, they don't have a lot of clearance, and we do live in the mountains, so we ordered a lift kit that just came in, and it's going to give us 2 inches of lift, which will allow us to put on larger tires, so we'll get some more clearance, so we can not necessarily go four-wheeling, but get to some off-road places a little bit more convenient. We've definitely touched the ground a few times. One more thing we'll talk about in the back here. We went with this big van, the huge van, because we wanted the largest gross weight that we could get to hold cargo, because we actually put a big motorcycle, a dual sport motorcycle on the back. So we put a heavy duty hitch on there, and the motorcycle rolls up on a ramp. I'm sure people have seen that. So that's very convenient. We didn't want to pull a trailer. We wanted it to be kind of a self-containing 1-unit situation. We just wanted to say thank you. All of our van build was inspired from everything online, and we wanted to say thank you to
Trent and Allie for making van life beautiful, to Far Out Ride for all of the specs and basically turning Trapper into an electrical engineer, to Sarah and Alex, James. And also to Freedom Vans. This is actually a very close layout to one of the vans that they built. And without all of those amazing hours on YouTube and research, this wouldn't have been possible. So thank you so very much.